Alright, welcome to another episode of Lowercast Podcast. This is Ziggy.
This is Pony.
Yeah, it was kind of last minute. We decided to do another podcast today. Me and Pony, we just went to Radio Shack to get this mic right here. It's actually a lot more convenient because it's a lot smaller and it saves a lot of space compared to the other one. And plus, it's about the same as the other one, the same hertz and all that. So, hopefully, this is gonna be better because I actually tested it and it works pretty well.
Pretty well,
Yeah.
I must say. It's pretty damn well.
So we're recording on Sony Vega right now because it's actually supposed to be recorded on this because it's actual audio production software, so it equalizes the voices and everything like that. So after this is done recording, I could fix it later, so it shouldn't be an issue.
True. How many viewers have you had on the YouTube?
Well, I mean, I've been promoting it like crazy. I've been promoting it on Facebook. I created an Instagram, which I have to give the password for.
Yes.
For both of them. And I'm not going to create a Twitter because I don't fucking care for that fucking thing. But so far, people been liking it, I suppose. Like, we're getting somewhat of a following on Instagram a little bit.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Not too great, though. More so on Instagram than we did on YouTube.
Well, we started again.
Yeah, so we're getting back into this, and hopefully we get more views.
Alright. Now from the Jabber Dabber. Michael. I heard you told me that there's going to be a sweetheart of your life.
I wouldn't say sweetheart, but I did meet somebody.
Wow.
And yeah. Hold on.
She's still getting it anyways, huh?
Yeah, sorry about that. Fucking dog trying to get in my room.
Michael's other sweetheart.
Sure. But yeah, I did meet a girl last night. What the strange thing is, she was in the bar the whole time I was there, and she didn't really notice me. I thought she had a boyfriend right there because some dude was messing around with her, or that's what I thought she was messing around with, but I guess she wasn't interested. And when the bar closed, she saw me, and then she was like hands-on and everything like that, and she wanted to get to know me the way it seemed. And I texted her earlier. Apparently I was being too pushy, and then she was like, "I'm at work, fool."
So mind you, Michael has not dated how long?
I've mentioned it before, so I'm gonna say it again. I haven't dated since 2005.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I've had little flings here and there, but I wouldn't consider them anything, so it doesn't count.
Damn, Michael, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
You're like the 41-year-old virgin.
Except I'm not a virgin.
Yeah, without the virgin. Fuck, what's your longest relationship?
The longest one I had was like 6 months.
6 months?
Mm.
You never had like a year?
No.
Fuck.
I don't know. I guess you could say I had some shitty luck with women, I suppose.
Shitty luck?
Yeah, that's the best way I could put it.
Damn, fool. That's a long time.
It is.
The
Believe me, I
longest
know.
time, man. That's, damn. If you guys have any advice for Michael, just let him know.
Yeah, I don't need any advice. I mean, as far as relationship goes, it's like I'm doing it my way, and I don't need anybody to tell me how to do or
I still
how to
suggest
be
you
in-
give Michael advice.
I mean, you could throw it out there, but I doubt. I'll read it, but as far as
You'll probably go, that's a good idea.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Fucking A, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah,
There's nothing new. I mean, just because of just of what we spoke about, the whole new recreation of our lower class podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a different format now. We're not doing that whole video thing anymore because it wasn't syncing up with our voices, and plus it was too much of a hassle. It took too much time doing that. At least with this is easy. All I gotta do is just upload it and that's it.
Plus, no one needs a face. Our pretty faces don't need to be on camera.
Yeah, I mean, our faces are on our Instagrams, and plus the Lower Class Podcast Instagram. There's photos of us right there, and yeah, you don't need to see us really. I mean, it wouldn't be a podcast if it wasn't, just audio.
This is the creme of the creme now.
I mean, there are podcasts that do have video and audio at the same time, but they have a whole team working on that kind of shit. It's just me and Omar, and most of the shit that I'm editing it's mostly me, so it's a little bit difficult in our situation. Plus, we're not getting paid to do this. I mean, it would be nice down the road. Yeah, sure, why not?
They did some new stuff.
Making this a career, it's not a bad idea actually, but we have to have a lot of following, and we have to not necessarily sponsorship, but some sort of income. Like there's a little thing on YouTube that where you could actually get money for your views and all that shit, but that takes a while to go through. And plus, podcasts on YouTube, I'm not sure how well they do.
True.
You might put it on iTunes, maybe charge like maybe 50 cents an iPod, if that's possible. 50 cents a podcast.
An iPod sounds pretty cheap for an iPod.
If we can, but I doubt it. It might be $1, but $1's $1. You're getting to listen to like almost over an hour of us talking about whatever we want.
And I mean, we can just do it for free. I mean, just get sponsored by the most views, because some people get paid by views, not by what we do.
That's true.
I don't want to become one of those guys.
Well, we're not gonna be.
Where you charge for everything? Fuck that.
No, not even. We're just try to make a profit out of this.
Exactly.
Someday.
I don't want to. No, I mean, yeah, true.
But we're not gonna be like
someday.
Like sellouts. There's no way we're gonna be sellouts.
But yeah, there is a lot of progression going on. I'll soon have some stickers out. You're probably gonna see them in the street. Most likely on the street. I really don't have any intentions of selling them. I actually have some personal ones that I'm making for myself though. Like not the logo, but my drawings that I've drawn.
Yeah, like as soon as we have all the necessary things we need, like the stickers and all that, we'll have a whole stack of stickers, and every time I go out, I'll have a pocket full of stickers. I'll put on every fucking light post and everything like that. So like, hey, what the fuck is this? I've been seeing this around town a lot,
Yeah. More targeting
it's more street promotion, like not telling people about it, but just being kind of discreet about it. Like, oh, that's a sick ass design. And then we'll have like our website for our YouTube channel, like going around the stickers, so they could check. So
you guys can go, what the fuck is that? And you guys go, here's a cool sticker. Let's watch this video. And then eventually we'll get some really crude comments.
I mean, honestly, we could get criticism as much as you guys want to give, because honestly, we don't give a shit what you have to say.
I want to hear what you guys have to say.
We do this for fun. We don't do this to please you fuckers.
Basically, this is basically a shit shooter. Basically, I mean, this we have no, what do you call it? If you guys have a bad comment, I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, we will talk about certain things that you guys want us to talk about, but depending on what it is, that's all on us. That's depending on how we feel about talking about these things, we'll decide then. But if it's a touchy subject, like if it involves any form of politics, no way.
No.
Because don't get me wrong, we have talked about politics on this fucking podcast quite a few times, but it's mostly Pony talking all the way through it, because I could care less. Like, I was on my phone the whole time we was talking about it, and I put my little comments here and there, but as far as a political fucking podcast, that's not us.
No, I'm done. Kind of done with that shit.
Yeah, we just talk about anything in general. Like, it could be about life, it could be about fucking music, it could be about everything. Like, we have, like, our friend, I am comics, or is that right? Yeah, he talks about just purely comics, but we could talk about comics, we could talk about video games, we could talk about girls if we wanted to, which we have done in the past, and we could talk about, I don't know, fucking anything, whatever's on our mind. There's no filter with us, like, we could be as raunchy as possible.
We are readjusting to this adjustment.
Yeah, like we're used to talking in front of a. We got used to talking in front of a camera and a mic because it's natural for us because we've been doing it for like almost a year now.
Close.
But we kind of skipped a couple of weeks. Like we're like actually this is the second one, like week by week. You know.
True. And then, well, I just want to get adjusted and then trying to find like a good place to record. I mean, and for us to invite more people to come in.
Yeah, because we do need a. We will have some like special guests and all that stuff. Like we're planning to have I am comics on our podcast, and we'll do like a collaboration. You know, like we'll be on his podcast, and then he'll be on ours.
Yeah.
Like we'll have both laptops side by side, so we could simultaneously record the podcast, so I could upload it like as soon as possible.
And we'll try, you know. Like I'm even thinking, like just because of the adjustment, I just want to make sure that everything's well and good and dandy. So I'll start inviting more people. Probably invite the same person invited Felipe, and then invite probably Maya later on, just to figure out.
Yeah, we're little by little we're trying to figure out who's gonna be the guest. I mean, we had like people that volunteer themselves to be our guests, but a lot of them are kind of dumb, you know. Like this fucking girl I was messing around with, this fucking 19-year-old. She was a fucking pain in my ass all the time, and I don't give a shit if she sees this or not. She could have her boyfriend come kick my ass if she wants to, because honestly, we talk about whatever we want, and you're a piece of shit.
We'll probably get your new girl, maybe depending how everything goes, Michael.
Yeah, we'll see.
She probably will want to.
Maybe. I haven't told her what I do and what I do on the side. I mean, technically, I'm a podcaster and a poet, and Pony's a podcaster and he works at a hotel.
Yeah, I do a lot of things.
Yeah, so our Instagram, which we just started, if you haven't subscribed to it yet, it's Lower Class Podcast. Just search it on Instagram and you'll see it right there. And not much of a following, you know, but there's quite a few people that, you know, are following, and then I've also got people I'm following, hopefully get back to me, and then, yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, and we also have a Facebook, which is just search on the search bar, Lower Class Podcast, and you'll see us there. It's a page. It's actually a Facebook and a Facebook page. I think you need both to keep it active. I'm not really too sure, but yeah, go ahead and check it out. I mean, we're trying out this whole thing. I mean, I didn't think about it at first, like with promotions and all that, but a friend of ours suggested that we create a Facebook and Instagram. As far as Twitter goes, I don't think we're gonna do that, but yeah.
You know, considering what we're saying where we are, actually, like a lot of people, because I draw, right? And a lot of people consider that as an art. I don't consider.
Yeah, it's a form of art.
I don't consider myself an artist. I don't. I really don't.
I mean, it's an art form though.
It is an art form.
But yeah, even poetry is also an art form, you know. But we all have our hidden talents that not many people know about.
Mine is more like I see it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to draw too. I was really good at drawing anime back in the day, but I can't do it anymore. I specialized more in Dragon Ball Z because I thought it was the easiest shit to draw. But now, picking up a pen and trying to draw Dragon Ball Z again, it's not working for me.
I consider it more of like a hobby to myself.
Yeah, I kind of see it that way too with my poetry, more of a hobby. But I'm very passionate when it comes to my poetry. Although it only takes me about 15 minutes to write something if it's on top of my head, if I know what to put down on paper. But years down the road, I'll go back to it and revise it, you know, and make it better.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
Like our logo, for example, it's actually something that Omar Pony designed, but my sister kind of just cleaned it up and made it into a logo.
Yep.
It's more like it's not a complete logo, but it's good as is. It's simple and it's effective, I suppose. Because on my Instagram or the podcast Instagram, I think some girl said it was awesome or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Let me show you real quick.
Damn, I guess so.
I think it might be on here.
I think that's gonna be a good way for me to advertise the.
Yeah, it's some girl. She like
the art.
Totally rocks.
Cool.
She's some artist from I don't know where. She's a fashion illustrator artist based in yeah.
It's the first time I ever got it. No, it's not the first time I ever got it in comic.
It's mostly a water water paint.
What's her name?
Um, Maria something. I don't know.
Maria Poole.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Maria Poole on Instagram. Thank
Yeah,
you.
check her out. Check out her art. It's mostly water painting, but it's pretty interesting. A lot of people. I have a couple of friends that do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't forget you gotta subscribe to all those. You make one for sure. You have to subscribe to our YouTube.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
For the podcast,
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more than well, not really, about 10.
10 is not bad. It's still good. I mean, considering the ones not.
Yeah, most of them are friends, but some of them added the profile. It's actually a business Instagram.
Well, technically, it is a business.
Well, but it's formatted as a business Instagram. Like, it even says that we're a podcast.
That's good, though.
See right there on the bottom, it says podcast.
Yeah.
And it has our contact information, too. Not my... First, before it had my number, I don't want people to call me, so I fucking just put the podcast email address. So just if you have any, further business, you could just email us, and then we'll either want to be a guest, or maybe you have some ideas to improve the podcast. We welcome any form of advice when it comes to doing a podcast, because we haven't been doing this very long.
True. That's why I'm like, that's pretty good though. Like, hopefully, like I said, this probably I can use that as a good form of advertising art, the art of that I draw.
Yeah, because like we mentioned before, we've been doing this for about a year, and a friend of ours with his podcast, which you should also subscribe to, I Am Comics, and he's been doing this a lot. We've been doing it longer than him, but he's been getting more promotions going out there, because I guess comics appeal to most people, everybody, because like you're gonna be a fucking nerd, whatever.
Because of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, we could talk about that too, but that's just not what we talk about.
It's not our
typically, forte. Yeah.
Not our forte.
We'll like kind of dabble in it a little bit, but we want to have like a full on like hour-long podcast about it. But if we do collaborate with I'm Comics, we will not necessarily forced to be talk about it.
It really depends.
But we could talk about it. It's not an issue, because I like comics. I like fucking Marvel and DC. Come on, we're all nerds here. I play video games and watch anime.
I do drugs and I do crack behind the dumpster. But yeah, like, we'll see what's up. We're trying to all do this. Or like I mentioned, like I was trying to say, is like, well, I guess a good form to advertise my art, so I'll start doing that more often. And then if the stickers do take off, then I'll see what's up with that.
Especially now that I'm not working right now. I have a lot of free time to work on the podcast. I mean, right now, I don't know, I kind of regret even getting involved with unemployment, but I applied for that, and hopefully I get some form of income just temporarily until I could find a job, So it's kind of working in my favor, because eventually we're going to have to get a studio mic, because this mic we have right now is good, but it's not studio quality. So I'm going to eventually pay for a really, really good mic, which is the Yeti Snowball or something like that.
Some shit.
Yeah. Originally that's what I was supposed to get, but I keep running out of funds because I have bills to pay and shit, And those don't come cheap. Those are like $100+.
They are $100+. That's pretty expensive. I mean, we're doing good.
I mean, we could probably get a used one off like OfferUp or Craigslist, like lightly used.
Lightly.
All broken and shit. Refurbished, whatever, But a lot of people like to use those Yeti Snowballs for streaming, like video games and shit. I don't know if you guys know about that. I'm sure Pony doesn't.
About what?
Like streaming video games, like live
streaming. Yeah, no, of course. Like,
yeah. They use it for that, and it's really good quality from what I've seen on YouTube on like these people that stream. As far as video game streaming goes, I don't think that. I mean, maybe I'll create another YouTube and probably do the same thing, but I need to get an Elgato or something like that. It's like a recording thing for recording video games and shit. You just attach it to.
Oh, you're gonna do a gameplay?
Probably.
YouTube,
I'm
nice.
thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a while, actually.
A vlog.
Yeah, like, so, when we are not doing the podcast, we could do that, just create another channel. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mix it with the podcast channel because it'd be kind of weird. So I'm just gonna create a different one.
True.
Maybe that will appeal to you guys compared to doing this. Little by little we're getting up there, I suppose. But maybe we have to appeal to you guys for a little bit, and maybe gaming would do it.
True. I'm trying to right now because right now I'm playing Elder Scrolls, the one that your brother had. I'm playing that game. Playing the shit.
Like me, I'm just playing my old games. Like I'm playing BioShock right now. I just finished BioShock Infinite not too long ago, and I've actually almost beaten BioShock the original one, but I got stuck, so I gave up. But I'm getting back into it because I haven't bought any new games yet because games are kind of expensive. I mean, I have some downloaded games, but
I like the RPG games. I'm a big RPG.
Most of my games are kind of RPG based because BioShock has RPG elements. So does Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, The Last of Us. Not necessarily Batman, but
it's more an adventure, no?
Yeah, it's adventure.
Yeah.
And The Evil Within is more like a horror game. It's pretty good. I love it. And it's there's not really any RPG elements in there. Maybe a little bit, but it's a good storyline.
Yeah, I'm a big RPG. I like my thing is more like I like to spend my money where the game doesn't end ever.
Yeah, because most of the games I have, they last maybe a good, as far as gameplay goes, maybe like at least like 12 to maybe 7 to 12 hours total. But that's not a span of like straight. That's just how long it would take if you actually looked at how long you've been playing the game for.
Because right now, what am I playing? I'm playing, what is it? Something with Thanos. Basically, it's like a samurai / cyborg. You imagine cyborg ninja with his armor and thing, but designed to look like a samurai's armor. That's basically what it is. And it's like kind of, it's like kind of cyborg ninja, samurai type of armor / Cowboy Bebop type of gun wise and shit. That's how it is. And you actually go out and like fight aliens, but you get to play with other people at the same time. But on the side, you get to make your own armor and so on, and adjust.
Yeah, for me though, personally, I'm not much of an online player. I mostly play games for the story, like the campaign.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Cowboy Bebop, I actually bought the series on Blu-ray. The complete series. It's only 26 episodes, but it's a really good show.
You know what they should make a game of? I mean, because like I said, I'm more into the RPG games. I wish they made like a game where it's kind of like you know how you ever play Fable?
Mm-hmm.
Fable, you know how like you can choose bad or good, and you either become the.
I think they have a bunch of games like that.
Yeah, but like because that's not. It is an RPG at the same time. It has a lot of gameplay. It doesn't really. It ends. It has an ending to it, which I really don't like those kind of games. But I wish there was a game where it's based on the old school Japan from back in the day, where you as a peasant can become either different type of warriors. You can create. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Like you can join a faction, or you can be a samurai ninja or so on, and you get to choose.
Wait, they have a game like that already.
Where's that?
It's on PS2. It's called Way of the Samurai.
Where you can be a samurai, no, but that's the way a samurai. You can't be a ninja.
No, they have a game like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's called For Honor.
Where is this at?
You could either be a samurai, you could either be a Viking, or a knight.
But they still have it for the PS4?
Yeah, they have it for the PS4.
Really?
Yeah, my brother has it for his Xbox. I just played it. It's pretty cool.
There's an Xbox One too.
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
I don't know. Maybe you haven't.
I've been wanting to look for a game.
Yeah, they have a game like that. It's really good. Like I play the samurai. It's fucking awesome. But when you play the storyline, you have to go through each it's either you play as a knight first, and then
no, I'm saying like you're an individual, and you get to choose who you want.
Yeah, you get to choose, but the thing is, when you create that character, you could either choose the samurai, the Viking, or the knight. But you can only use those characters on online play. But when you go through the story, you got to go through each of them individually. Like chapter 1 is a knight, and then chapter 2 is like the Viking, and then chapter 3 is the samurai. Yeah, but it's a good game though. I mean, so far I didn't get very far. I'm still in the first chapter because I don't own an Xbox, so I can't play it. I mean, if my brother had a PS4, I could borrow the game, but you know, Xbox is, and plus he's more of a gamer than I do. Like I play video games when I'm bored. I don't play video games necessarily to. Well, I mean, I do it to pass time too. Like say if I have something to do and I'm waiting for somebody, I'll play for a little bit. But mostly use my PS4 for like either watching my DVDs or watching YouTube or watching anime. I've been watching a lot of anime lately.
For Honor.
Yeah, it's called For Honor. It just came out. They've been working on this game forever, since like 2015, I think.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
How
So you were trying to be creative with that one. Huh? You didn't think I know about that?
No, but I'm saying like I didn't know if that existed. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's new. Yeah.
I mean, because the closest thing was that one I was talking about. Warframe is called. The game.
Oh, that's a free game on.
Yeah, and this is a kick-ass game too.
My brother has it on his Xbox too. I saw it there on the PS Network, but I didn't really.
When you play the gameplay, is it like a free map, like a free world map, where you can just like walk around and do whatever?
Free roaming? Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It's kind of open world a little bit, but as far as exploring everything and talking to people, you can't really do that.
Exploring? What do you mean exploring everything?
You could explore like like wherever you are, like a village or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it's mostly there's I don't know if there's any invisible walls anywhere, but as far as anything, you're mostly in castles, because it's a war against the samurai, Vikings.
So you like
knights.
so basically you're saying that you can't go on like, let's say you get out of the castle, you travel through like an open.
Oh no, nothing like that.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant like that type of world. I didn't mean like more. I don't like levels. I hate levels. Like in Elder Scrolls, you can go out of the map and then.
Yeah, it's not like that. I mean, I'm sure they have something like that already. Maybe they made a long time ago for PC. Because I know, at first I thought he was talking about Way of the Samurai, because Way of the Samurai is open world and you could do whatever you want.
Oh, but
I thought it was awesome.
I don't like that. I like a free...
Except the only thing with Way of the Samurai, if you die, you start over.
What?
Yeah.
That's retarded.
There's no saving, because it's supposed to be realistic.
That's kind of retarded. I don't like that.
There's no saving.
That's what I meant by that game. I meant like.
But it's easy to go forward though, like to progress in the game. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but still, like it doesn't catch me.
You know what's cool about that game? Your swords break, and then you have to buy a new one.
That's pretty cool. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
but like
really
what
cool.
I was talking about like kind of like that, where you are an individual. You get to choose.
Yeah, you actually what you're explaining is like with a samurai, because you get to choose. Either you can
but
be
at the same
good
time,
or evil.
You have levels. Yeah, I'm gonna go to this map instead of running towards that area.
Yeah, it's pretty open world. You could talk to people. You could talk.
Oh no,
shit.
I know. See, you're saying open world like that, but I mean like open world in the animation wise, where you ever play Fallout?
Of course, I play Fallout.
Okay, so Fallout. You know how Fallout you can get out one town and explore the whole map like that. Like without you even having to jump into one level to another.
It's that's the way it is. Yeah,
it is.
It's like that, and it's a really good game too. It's because you could if you want to be a villain in the game, you could kill everybody. You could talk shit about the way the samurais wear their hair, because it's funny that because it's all RPG. There's no voices.
Yeah,
it's all text. So you could I remember one time I was playing. I called some guy a banana head, and then he started a fight with me.
What?
Yeah, it's an NPC. It's a non-playable character. It's not online.
Yeah.
But it's one of the options you could choose to answer them back. And I called him a banana head, and I started fighting him with a sword. And if you don't have a good sword, your sword will break, and then you're fucked.
Because I'm trying to see, because it seems like you have to wait for players.
I mean, it's a good game, though. I mean, as far as...
Looks like something like a samurai version of freaking.
It's very realistic. Like if you're wearing body armor, you slow down. If you're using a bigger character with a bigger weapon, it's harder to maneuver. Like fighting somebody.
Because it seems it's kind of like Call of Duty.
Well,
you have to wait for other players to.
No, it's not made by the same. It's
No, no,
made
I'm saying
by.
it's kind of like the gameplay is like Call of Duty.
Oh well, maybe the online play, but as far as the story goes, it's made by Ubisoft.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
the guys who made like Rainbow Six and all that.
Bethesda, man, I like Bethesda though. Yeah, cause from what I'm seeing, it looks like you. It doesn't look like a free roamer.
Well, well, it's limited, but
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
it's not. It's not like you could explore everything and like
Because
buy like
the story I'm
fucking
talking about, because it
potions
seems
or
like you have to
whatever.
start with a certain character. Like you have to start with this character.
Yeah, it's a story based
You
game.
know
It's
how?
not free roaming.
That's what I'm
Really.
saying.
Yeah.
That's my.
Well, I'm sure they have something like that already.
Yeah, I know, but like, if it is, there's nothing out there. Like,
Yeah,
I've never
like what I said before, Way of the Samurai is like something like a good example for that because it's kind of like Zelda but samurais.
Yeah, and then in Zelda, you can roam on Zelda.
Yeah,
Usually,
you could choose whatever mission you want to start with.
like kind of like a Grand Theft Auto mix with like a samurai thing, and
Yeah,
you get to choose.
just like for example, like with Bioshock, you don't have to start the mission. You could explore other places
Oh no, yeah,
and get back to it later.
yeah, but then you stay in that one compound, and you can't really.
Well, no, it's a big it's an underwater city.
No, I know,
You
but
go to different areas.
But you can't leave the area. You know what I mean?
When you,
Like
go to
Elder
land.
Scrolls, you can leave the areas and not really be. You can. There's a big map, right? A big map. It looks like Africa, I guess you can say. Or yeah, Africa.
There's like side missions and all that too. I mean, as far as well, I mean, Bioshock Infinite and Bioshock the original is not. You can't really compare the two because with Bioshock you could start with any mission you want to, but with Bioshock Infinite is more story based and it's not really free roaming necessarily. You could go to check out like stores and pick up more money and
Yeah.
like more power ups
Kinda
and
like
all that.
the
But you
Mega
have to do it along the way, and if you miss that power up, you can't go back to it. Unlike with Bioshock, you could go back and forth.
Mhm.
You could go to the very start if you want to. Well, you can't go back to where your plane crashed, but you could go back to to a certain extent. You could go back.
Like
but,
on Fallout, you can leave the map and then you can explore houses, like whatever. It doesn't have a boundary on it.
yeah, that's how Bioshock is too. But it's not necessarily like that. Like an open world where you could go to like different cities.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but see those type of games I could play, but I lose interest real quick because it's just too long and there's like too much shit to do. When it comes, I prefer a little bit shorter games where it does take a long time to beat it. Like for example, Uncharted, the last one was really good, and there's a lot of chapters to those games. There's at least like a good like 20, 30 chapters, and there's like sub chapters in between. So
Yeah. See, but that's what I was talking about, the whole samurai thing. Like you have to start with a certain character, which I don't really like. I prefer to like you become this. Like I mean, the storyline.
that's honestly how I thought it was gonna play out when I first picked it up. Like I told my brother, "Hey, can you play as the samurai first?" Like, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, so.
And then I played it. I was like, "No, you got to play through whatever character goes first."
Because in Elder Scrolls, what you do, you're a dark elf. That's
yeah,
or whoever
you are who you
yeah,
chose to
and
be.
then
Yeah.
you get to choose who you want to be with. Like you can be the Thieves Guild and so on.
Yeah.
And then that's what I meant like that. Like,
that's how I thought it was gonna play out as, but I was kind of disappointed in that part. But don't get me wrong, being a knight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I still would prefer to be a samurai. But then again, there are those games like Way of the Samurai and other. They have a bunch of samurai games. They have Capcom made a couple like
oh yeah, that's,
Onimusha.
Yeah.
And then there's
this other one with the ninja in it.
Ninja Gaiden.
And then there's another one too. There's like a
I know which one you're talking about. I had the game for PS3.
Yeah.
Or PS2. It was called Tenchu,
yeah.
Tenchu, yeah. That's a really good game. It really started on PS1 and then it went to PS2 and then
like
PS3.
on Elder Scrolls, what happens is like you get to choose, like you choose, right? And then not only that, like, you don't have to really choose. You can be whatever you want to be. You walk through everything, and it gives you a choice to level up or unlock skills from.
See, games like that, like say for example, like Elder Scroll,
Yeah.
you have to level up first before you get
Which
to the
is
main
the
mission.
shit for me.
And for me, I just don't have that kind of patience. You have to fight big bosses to just even get to remotely anywhere. And the more you level up, the more harder it is to get to that level.
Oh, like the Bioshock you talking about?
No, like for example, say if you're playing like Dragon Ball Dokkan
Oh,
Battle.
see, I don't like that.
See, when you're leveling up your character, it's really quick because we are at level 1. Like from 1 to 50 or 1 to 30, your levels go up like just like that when you battle somebody. But as soon as you hit like 80 or 90 level, it
I
takes a
can't.
long time.
I can't do that. I can't. To me, the way I see it, it's kind of like a Pac-Man maze. You can go one way and go the other, but
Well, it's like a board game kind of.
yeah, you only go like
But
this.
I mean, honestly, I only play it because I want to collect the cards.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And I've been playing it for a while. Pony doesn't play it anymore.
I don't like patterns. Like I hate patterns.
I got him into it though, and he got really addicted to it.
But I don't like patterns. I don't like repetition. I don't like patterns.
It can be
spontaneous.
Yeah, it can be repetitive at times, but most people are looking forward to playing it because of
the characters, obviously,
and plus the world tournament too. And actually, the Japanese version, which I used to have on my phone, has a lot more interactive kind of things, like their actual real battles.
I'll probably play it again.
Yeah, the Japanese version has a lot more features more than the American version because we're a year behind.
No, see, but that's what I'm saying about the games, though. I don't like patterns. I like spontaneous. RPG to me, it's because it's a role-playing game. You get to change the story, not keep.
Yeah, and plus, you have to make an RPG correctly because if you don't, it will get repetitive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. An RPG is not repetitive.
Because the RPGs back in the day, like say like the early '90s, the ones were like PCs. I had a couple of them. They got real repetitive really quick because you use the same attacks and. There's nothing new that really surprises me with those, especially when you're playing like I don't know, like hack and slashers, like for example, like Shadows of Mordor. That game gets really repetitive really quick because the same moves. You could love your characters, whatever, but most of the time it's just the same shit. You're in one. You go to different like areas, different maps. It is open world. You could do whatever you want. You could kill these orcs or whatever. It's pretty funny actually. I didn't know it was a Lord of the Rings game, but it was pretty fun. They're making another one, which is kind of surprising, which I probably will get when I get money.
That's my point though. Like role playing games are not repetitive. Like they don't have this. Can't repeat the story anymore. Once you're done, you're done. Like once you did that mission, you're done.
Well, as far as like maybe Fallout goes, you could go back and play. There's a replay value to that, I suppose, because you could do it a different way, like different.
Oh yeah. Once you pass those missions, and but after that, like you don't really you have side missions, there's hidden side missions on Fallout.
Yeah,
Fallout was like more down here.
Yeah, I try to do maybe as little as possible when it comes to side missions because don't get me wrong. Actually, you know what? Metal Gear Solid is almost like an RPG too because it's open world. You could choose two big countries, either Afghanistan or Africa, and you could free roam.
But with other players, or just like that?
Well, not in the sense where you play with other people.
Oh, so you just roam the map?
You could roam the map. You could do whatever side missions you want to start first. You don't have to get to the main mission right away.
Yeah, because I mean, it's more adventure. All these are adventure games, like role playing.
Basically,
yeah.
The only one that's remotely close to RPG is probably BioShock.
Like that's like the whole basis of the role playing game is that you changing the role. Like it's your role.
I just don't like they made RPGs a lot different compared to back in our day with
like
RPGs.
Final Fantasy,
like you have to actually choose what move you want to use, and then you have to wait for them to attack first. But with the new type of RPG, they actually have it where you actually control the character.
Everything.
And you could attack when you feel like it.
Kind of like all the GTA games, Grand Theft Auto games. They're like that.
Those are I'm surprised it hasn't got repetitive so far. You know how long it took for GTA 4 for their
like
price?
5 years, no?
It took their prices to drop a long time. It was stuck at 60 until now. They barely dropped it.
Well, the new one. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, because
they barely dropped it to 30.
Because you can do a lot of things on there. You can buy houses. You can buy
at the
cars.
same time, it's like you play online, and nobody plays for the fucking story anymore. But when you're playing online, it gets tiring. Like
true. But it really depends because like in adventure games, like you said, there's a storyline you follow, so it's in sync, so you go straight.
Especially, for example, when I had my PS2 still, I had Vice City. I remember I got pretty far in the game. I never beat it. Got pretty far, but after I only had the game for like a fucking week, and then after that I returned it.
Yeah,
and I
see,
got half my money back.
I played it on Roam. Like I just roamed it. I would go in cars and start shooting people. Whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
free roll.
Yeah.
The GTA 5 is different. GTA 5 you can.
It's almost like a virtual world where you could set your
RuneScape.
career. You could be whoever you want. A lot of people get caught up in that and think, "Oh, I got a career. Like, well, what do you do? I'm an entrepreneur on what? Oh, on my PlayStation, I'm playing GT4. It's like, oh, that's not real.
What do you mean? Like career? Oh, you mean like
Yeah, like
gameplay?
it's almost like they try to like they can't differentiate from the real world and
Oh, but you know
virtual world.
what? Like some of these people get paid by the company themselves.
Well, yeah, those ones that are actually playing on YouTube, they have YouTube channels playing GTA. They're getting paid by Rockstar
Yeah.
and the website to play that. It's almost like they're living that character.
Exactly.
But
And
some of these people are kind of delusional and they want to think that, oh, I have a job. It's like, no, you don't.
true. If they're making money, then
Yeah, I can understand making money. You know?
if they're making money,
That's why gaming channels on YouTube are striving right now because big success because a lot of people are doing it and it's never gonna stop. You know, there's always gonna be somebody there like, oh, fucking gaming's sick, and don't get me wrong, I'm about to do that too, but it's not gonna be like GTA or nothing like that. It's gonna be like games that I have and will get, and then I'll play through them, and then I'll record my voice over them, and
I'm gonna see if I
all
can
that.
email Bethesda and see if they can do that type of game, a Samurai Elder Scroll type of game. Well, not Samurai. Sorry.
like I'm sure there's something like that. Try searching Google. I'm sure there's a game like that.
Well, Asian. I don't even know how to go at it.
Just put like
Samurai / ninja / assassin /
they have.
Asian guy.
I'm pretty sure that sounds similar to something I played before or seen before. That ID is not necessarily new.
But you don't see it as much.
Well, because it's not really something that appeals to a lot of people. Most people want like the games that are overhyped. You know, like
It just gets to certain players. Like it gets.
yeah, like there's a lot of hidden gems, like a lot of games that nobody's heard of before. Like for example, Way of the Samurai, nobody fucking heard about that game because it wasn't marketed or promoted that much. I just found it when, well,
Because your brother.
oh no, The Way of the Samurai. No, I found it on my own. I was at Chula Vista Mall before they had GameStop, which it's another. Actually, EB Games owns GameStop. It's like another sub franchise or whatever. Because the place I used to go before, it was never GameStop. It was called Electronic Boutique.
EB games.
Yeah, EB Games. But now everything's GameStop. I actually prefer EB Games because they have like more of a value when you return your games. Like for example, I tried to get rid of a keyboard that I had for my PS4 controller, and the dude wouldn't take it because he said, "Oh, it's open already." It's like, of course it's fucking open. I'm gonna use it. The fucking lady there was like, "Oh, it was already open, so we can't take it." It's like, what do you think I do? Collect these fucking things and display them in my house?
But it's not even their fault though. At the same time, you gotta understand that.
But at the same time, it's like shit. It's fucking new. It's in the original packaging. It's like, just take it back. And I was pissed, and I was like, you know what? Just fucking throw it away. That's what I told you. Oh, you don't want it? It's like, no, I told you I came in here to return this fucking thing. At least give me some sort of store credit, you know?
But you have to complain to the corporation.
Yeah, because I mean, for that little fucking thing, it was $30, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have taken like 10 for that. And it was barely used. I only used it maybe like 3 or 4 times.
You could have sold that out online.
Well, you know, it doesn't. I've tried selling so many things right now online, like nobody wants it.
What do you put as a specification?
Everything that is like my own specifications, what I think the product does, and everything like that. So if they don't want it, it's like shit. I paid good money. Like for example, like this camera that I have, I'm trying to get rid of. I put an offer up for like maybe about $85 because I got that shit for $89, and then I dropped it to $75, and still nobody wants it. I would return it back to Radio Shack, but it was a clearance item, so I can't fucking return that thing. And plus, they don't sell that product there anymore.
You probably should get out and like take off the minutes and just put the quality of the filming.
Because the quality on that video is really good. I would keep it, but the thing is, it only records 11 minutes.
Which why though?
And see, the thing is, it's supposed to only record that because it's only for small clips. Say if you do sports or you want to go underwater, it has a underwater case. You could take it underwater, but you won't hear anything. And the quality is really good. Like I've seen it. I've tested it and checked it on my laptop, and it's really good. The only thing that it's missing is the charging cable, and well, of course, obviously, there's no SD card because the SD card I bought separately. But other than that, it's brand new. It's been in its underwater case since I bought it practically. If you take it out, it's brand new almost. Like it's only been tested really.
But yeah, shit happens. That's why. That's why, like on the phones, we have cameras on the phones. That's why I don't really need a camera.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things why people don't need it.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, this is handheld. There's attachments. Like I got like this thing where you could put on a helmet.
But your phone too, though. Your phone is handheld. You can like.
No, I'm saying like hands free.
Hands free.
Yeah.
Your phones are hands free too. Like on Instagram, you could do hands free too.
But as far as the quality on that camera that I got, it's really good. Like it's better than my phone actually. No, for real, it is.
Damn.
It's way better because it's meant for that.
You can't format it to be like better, like without like the minutes, like without being 11 minutes.
There's a switch on the camera itself. You could switch it to 480p.
Oh, no, I mean the minutes, like the amount.
No, yeah. You switch the quality to 480p, and then it probably records a little bit more longer than 11 minutes. Yeah, there's a switch there. So,
have you tried it, like recording long videos without?
No, I haven't tested it because I don't know where my SD card is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
shit.
Can't really do nothing about that. But yeah, well, if anybody wants it, you could check out my offer up page. I forgot my username, but I'll probably post it on the description. Try to get rid of this fucking thing. Well, but yeah.
Wait, so what did you buy the camera for? That's what I want to know.
I was gonna use it for work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna use it for work to record incidents, so I could view them later, and then get more detail out of it, so I know what exactly happened. And my plan is I was gonna take my laptop to work every day, and then record that, and then upload the video, so I could see what exactly I did, and analyze what I did, and write down a more efficient report, which was a good idea at the time. But then after I left that fucking company, piece of shit company it was, I don't have use for the fucking camera anymore. It's like a GoPro. It's very similar to a GoPro, except it's longer.
Can you connect it to the computer?
Yeah.
Have you tried testing it like?
Oh no, you can't do it like that.
You can't do a webcam on it?
No. Oh. It doesn't work that way. It's like a GoPro. You can't view the actual footage, or it's not a webcam.
What the fuck?
I tried that, but it doesn't work.
Ain't that a bitch?
And the thing is, it's exactly like a GoPro. You can't view the footage on the camera itself. You have to upload it first.
And then you just do it?
Yeah, then the quality is really good, and don't get me wrong, maybe the sound quality could be, I don't know, I haven't really heard the sound quality. There's a mic on that fucking thing, but...
Is it a known product, though?
It's Midland. I think it is.
I think what it is, I think the problem is that it's not a known product and people don't want it.
Well, I don't know. I have to look it up. It's there, like, if you search it, it's Midland.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, people usually go for the known products, like iPhone's a known product, Samsung, Sony, and stuff.
Yeah, normally, yeah, people do. See, this is the one I have. See it? Look at that. It's $80.
$80?
Yeah, see? That's the same one. Here, I'll read the
How much
spec.
are you selling it for?
Oh, actually, no, this is not it. This is a different one.
But wait, how much are you selling it for, though?
$75 right now.
$80 to $75. But are you selling with everything on it?
What do you mean everything?
Like all the stuff you bought for it?
I don't know. I gotta look for the charging cable. I think it's in my room somewhere. But it uses the same charging cable as a camera does.
Oh, no, I know. But
so if you own a camera, you could just use that.
I'm saying like with the perks, like the whole standing thing, whatever.
Yeah, it comes.
Oh, you're selling, but you're selling it with like that stuff.
Well, if they want that, yeah, why not?
But for $75.
Why?
Because usually the product, when you buy it, people want it for less. Because you bought it for $80, you're $75 less.
So what?
People usually
it's
buy
almost
it for
brand
$60.
new. I don't give a shit if it's fucking used.
Yeah, but no one's
used.
No one's gonna buy a product that you've already supposedly they think that you probably used. You know it's new and you haven't used it.
Yeah.
They don't know that. They probably know.
Well, I mean, it's there, you know. If people don't want it, I'll fucking end up pawning that shit and probably get less what I paid for, you know.
They'll probably give you $25 for it.
I'm sure they will, because honestly, at this point, I just want to get rid of the fucking thing. If nobody wants to fucking buy this thing, which is pissing me off, I'm not gonna lower it anymore because it's a clearance item, like I said, and I bought that for a lot of money. I can't return it, and I have no use for it. You know, it's like fuck. If nobody wants to buy it, it's their loss because it's a really good camera. I would keep it, but I just don't know what to use it for. You know.
Doesn't you can view the video on there? No, huh?
No.
It's just the camera, not a GoPro. You can view it, right? You can view it on the back.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, on the back side of the GoPro, you can view the like you can view the footage. Like you can literally just turn it and it's like view it.
I don't know. I'm not really familiar with GoPros. Those are a little bit more expensive. See, if it was a fucking GoPro, I would sell that shit for $300 because GoPros run for a lot of fucking money. Compared to a GoPro, this is a very good not a knockoff, but it's a aftermarket or whatever you want to call it. It's very similar to a GoPro, but it's much cheaper. You go on fucking OfferUp and see people selling their GoPros that are like $300, $400, you know, lightly used. And they're maybe they're fucking maybe GoPros record more, but the max on this thing is 11 minutes, which is the way it's supposed to be because only small clips, like say like maybe you're into sports and you're recording like I don't know like
11 minutes of sports.
Well, it's something like it's like a little montage, you know, like you record something and you upload it, and then you can put clips together.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's not meant for like actually like documenting anything.
You can probably do 11 minutes of Jackass.
I don't know, maybe I don't fucking know.
Look at Michael.
What do you want me to say about this fucking product? You know, like
this product's amazing.
If you go to Walmart, you could see it for the price that I fucking bought it for, but except this one's a 720p.
Are you trying to return it in Walmart to see if they take it?
No, not in the original packaging. I don't think they sell this in stores. You have to get this online.
Wait, is that the same camera you have?
Well, not this exact model, but
because I used to work for Walmart, and Walmart would still take stuff.
But see, the thing is, they don't have it in the stores. It's probably special.
They still take it because of I used to work for Walmart, and they'll still take online stuff, and then like send it back to Walmart, and then they refurbish it and they sell it again.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if it's here.
Because
you see it? This is it right here. Look at this bullshit. See this? I have that same case. And the camera, look how much they're selling it for.
For 176.
176.
What I'm saying is that.
And I got mine with everything, like the water case.
Yeah.
For $80. So you're getting a fucking deal here, people. And Walmart is cheap. And okay, don't get me wrong. This is not supposed to be selling anything. We're not auctioneers on this fucking podcast.
Oh shit, this is interesting.
But let's change the subject. Enough about this fucking camera.
I used to work for Walmart.
Well, I don't know. You want to try that?
Fuck no, I don't. I feel kind of embarrassed doing it. Me.
See, and you're telling me to fucking do it.
You don't care. You told a lady from GameStop you don't give me shit. And you throw it away.
The thing is, they'll know I didn't get it there.
You don't have to even say anything. You say it's like I bought this off of Walmart online, and I've seen people to grab shit, take it, without the receipt.
I don't have anything. I just have the camera itself.
Yeah, and I don't really care. Like I've seen.
I don't have the charging cable.
Oh, okay, that's different. If you don't have a charging cable, you're kind of screwed on that.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it uses the same one that we're using for this mic.
Yeah.
But the charging cable, it's somewhere in this room. I don't know where the fuck it is. It's probably in one of these drawers. I have a bunch of cables here.
But you know what? Like I've seen, like when I was working for Walmart, people would bring stuff without the receipt, and tell them I bought this from Walmart, and blah blah blah, this and that. It doesn't work, or I didn't want this, and so on, so. And like, well, when did you buy it? And then you like, just like the people lie their ass off, and they don't give a shit. They still give them their money back. But I don't know if they either give the money back or they give you store credit for it.
See, that's the thing. I don't want store credit.
You can probably use store credit for whatever you need. Like it's Walmart. It's not.
But like, I'm not trying to buy anything at Walmart. I just need cash.
Oh well, that's.
What the hell am I gonna do with store credit? I mean, yeah, I shop at Walmart.
Buy food and buy other knickknacks.
Well, yeah, but see, the thing is, I can't
buy another microphone.
I can't use that for fucking like gas or anything like that.
True, you have a point there. But I mean, because if they give you cash, the reason they don't give anybody cash is because they think that people are crackheads.
Do I look like I'm on drugs?
Michael, you never know. I've seen professional people do crack.
Like, well, see, that's the thing. I mean, see, the thing is, I don't fucking do drugs, and I look like a normal fucking person.
See,
I don't give a shit about these fucking corporate people. They're depressed about whatever they
but I
want to kill
think
themselves.
your perspective of things, you see your perspective in your eyes. Like you say, I'm not a crackhead, but the other person does not know that.
Well, they're just ignorant.
No, this is the real world.
I don't know what fucking world they think.
We live in a really fucked up world, man.
Well, maybe these people are fucking like blind or something.
Next time you should go, you should like try to retard it and scratch your neck like really hard, and then see if they give you your money. We never know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in there and gunpoint and say, "Fucking take this shit, and I want money for it. No store credit."
No, but I'm saying like you know what I mean. Like people's perspective of things are way different, and you'll be amazed.
Well, I mean, I guess depending on the fucking area.
Because obviously I work at a hotel, and I've worked.
I'm sure maybe when you worked at fucking Walmart in LA, that's more preppy kids and shit. And maybe they're a different type of fucking drug
No, this
users.
is the world, man. This is just the world. I worked at a gas station. I've worked in baby clothing stores. I worked everywhere. You can imagine whatever the fuck I've seen. And then, perspectively, their quote motto or goal is to get you to come back. So they're not gonna give you their money. They're gonna give you store credit. So
Well,
you
yeah,
can
that's
waste
obvious.
it.
That's just business tactics.
And on top of that, they're very cautious because you're not the only one that's done that before. There's been people who've done it, but
well, yeah, they have to make sure you're not trying to
exactly
scam them.
they're-
But see, here's the thing.
like Antonio.
Okay, look here. I'll give you a good example of what we're talking about here. I had a Microsoft Zune, which I thought was much better than iPod. But
It
anyways,
still is.
yeah. I had that, and I remember I bought it at Palomar, and I opened the box, and the fucking Zune wasn't in there.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't in there. I was like, okay, is there like some hidden fucking compartment? So I tore that shit apart, and I went back to Walmart, and I was like, hey man, you guys sold me a Zune with nothing in it.
And what they say?
And they replaced it. Are you sure that you're not trying to scam us? Like they didn't say it, but they looked like
Yeah.
they looked at me like I did, and I was like, no. I know for sure this wasn't in there. It looks like somebody returned this, and got their money back, but kept the Zune because it was taped up.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
I opened it. So you either give me back my fucking money, which was like 300 something at the time,
Yeah.
or you give me another fucking Zune.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the perspective to people is because
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the fact that like a lot of drug users and a lot of people try to scam their way of getting things. Like, say for example, you get an iPod.
and you gotta
In
remember
the case,
our youth. You gotta remember.
yeah, you get an iPod in its box, but you take it out and you try to return it. Maybe now, I don't know how they do it with iPods. Maybe they make sure the product's inside already.
Yeah.
Compared to
It's like shoes.
yeah,
Remember?
like they'll wrap it in like maybe like that plastic.
Do you
shit,
remember what we
you
used to do? What people used to do with the shoes? Grab shoes, put their shoes, and put on their own.
Yeah, and the people still do that probably.
Yeah, and then that's the thing.
I could get where they're coming from.
See, that's now you understand. But
I guess, but see, the thing is, like I guess everybody has their own way of looking at things, and it's kind of dumb because
you see
the way I look at things
it's
is
your personal.
okay. Look, the way I look at things is what typically people assume. Like you look at a businessman that has a high-paying job and maybe has like I don't know, like a wife and kids and shit like that. You think, oh, he seems like a decent man, but then in the back, behind closed doors, like he's an alcoholic,
All that
or
shit.
maybe he's a fucking
A woman beater.
Yeah, he beats his fucking wife or
And
some shit like
kids.
that. And maybe he smokes weed. I don't fucking know, But here's the thing. I guess you can't judge a book by its fucking cover.
You have to.
But I don't know. I don't know. It's fucking. Let's get off this fucking subject. Fuck this subject.
You gotta understand.
Wait, shut up. We're not talking about this no more.
But you gotta understand because I've worked in this industry so long.
Well, I've been working in.
You work as a security guard.
But I have customer service.
Yeah, you do have customer, but I deal with money.
Before, security wasn't my thing before, right? I did inventory before.
Yeah, inventory, but I worked
Yeah.
cashier, like right there, front of me.
I worked in inventory stocking, and then I
Yeah.
also worked at a concert.
So you saw the
talking to
background. What
fucking
happens
people.
in the background?
Yeah, I see that.
I was in the front
And
line.
plus, half these people that work at these stores are fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, of course. And look,
Okay.
watch.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you something first. I was in East Lake. I was at the mall. I was inventorying a fucking like a small clothing store. It's probably like maybe twice the size of this room. And it was just me and somebody else. Me and my manager, because it's a small store. It doesn't take that long to inventory. And there's this guy behind me. He's at one of the stores, the sales associates, and he was talking like he was talking to his buddy or whatever, and then like I was like scanning product, counting everything, and the guy standing behind me make me kind of nervous because like fuck, let me do my fucking work and stop breathing down my damn neck.
Yeah.
And I walk over to my manager like, hey man, this hey, Kim, which was her name, but
Yeah.
was my supervisor's name. Like, hey man, these fuckers they won't get off my back, and I'm trying to do my work here, and they're like impatiently waiting for me. So because they have to review the ticket.
Yeah.
The ticket says the amount of like
Yeah.
how much clothing there is and make sure it matches. If it's like one or two off, it's okay. It's passable, but at the same time, it's like I gotta do my job. You got a job to do too. So please do not breathe down my damn neck.
Yeah.
So you know.
But I know that you understand. I understand that. But I'm saying like you worked in the background. I worked in the front line, meaning that I've seen.
Well, yeah, that's a different perspective, but
Exactly.
it's very similar.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. And their
Very
perspective,
similar.
you gotta understand their perspective. So, when I used to work at the gas station, I would get counterfeit bills that felt like
Oh,
real.
trust me, I've seen counterfeit bills when I
Yeah.
worked at the bar before.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
You
Like
could
you gotta
tell
see
it's
their
fake
perspective.
because the ink is too thick, and it doesn't
The
feel,
paper,
the paper
yeah.
feels different. And if you put up to a light, you could easily see there's the face of Lincoln
Yeah.
right there or something like that.
Yeah,
Some places will take that.
they will.
If you
but
know
annoying.
friends, like say if
Oh,
you're at
that's true.
Vaughn's or Walmart, you could go to their drawer, and they'll go through their bank and they'll exchange it.
Yeah, of course. No, I understand that, but I'm saying like in the perspective like this sense,
Yeah.
like people viewing the world.
That's why they created those pens where you can mark it,
Yeah.
see if it's real. But you could easily tell, like a $50 bill, it's hard to imitate because if the ink's too thick,
Yeah.
like it's way too dark, it's obviously fake.
And that's my point is basically my point is that like the way that people view the world in that kind of perspective in being a cashier or whatever, or customer or not customer service, loss prevention and so on, is because of that main reason. Counterfeiting, it happens a lot, and then you sometimes
I'm sure they amped it up though now, like they have more
it's still the
security.
same thing.
Really, they
It's
don't.
still the same thing.
You know,
yeah.
they should really fix that because people could easily return products without anything in the fucking box. If the box is heavy enough, you can't tell if there's product in there.
It's corporation. I mean,
And plus, when you
they're
return
cheap.
something, they have to look to make sure it's inside. I'm surprised these fucking people, when I got my goddamn Zune, they didn't look in the fucking box.
That's what I'm saying.
before. I thought it was some kind of like joke they were playing on me. I was so pissed when there was no Zune in there. Like it came with like basically nothing, like maybe the charging cable
Yeah.
and maybe an instruction manual, but the Zune itself wasn't in the fucking box. It looked like it was tampered with. It didn't seem like it was returned because it looked brand new.
Yeah.
Like it was original packaging and everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much people who scam other people. That's the main exact reason they don't do what you.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know times are tough, but at the same time, it's like fuck you. If you want more money, get a better fucking job and stop buying hookers or something. You know.
But yeah, like that's the main reason people are the way they are. It's just the perspective of the world is because they've been screwed over. I used to be a nice person. Don't get me wrong. I used to give people chances, but I got screwed over.
Well, yeah. See, that's even me too. Like, it's just over time. It changes the person.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and especially me, like for example, like working when I was working for like security companies, I felt like I was losing my humanity. Like I started caring less and less about
Yeah.
people, and I started to hate humans. Like I didn't consider myself. I at the time I considered myself like, okay, you're a fucking dumbass. You're
Yeah.
stupid. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Because I dealt with so much ignorance, and it really affected
See,
me. And wait, just let me finish this one sentence. When I worked at the hotel, it's a little bit different because you're not necessarily doing like security work there. It's mostly hospitality where you're like catering to the guests at the hotel, like providing them with like you know like bringing them towels to rooms, or rollaway beds or pillows or blankets or whatever. And not so much security. You get the occasional like you know transient or homeless every now and then, but for the most part you're catering to them. So it's mostly hospitality compared to real security. So I kind of gained back my humanity and started treating people nicely again because I had no fucking respect for like people when I was working security because a lot of these people are ignorant and you know they try to argue with you about something you know you're right about.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so the perspective, it's more of like when corporations see that they're losing money, there's things that then now they adjusted, and then that's exactly why they don't do what you want them to do because in the end, that one bad apple fucked it up for the other apples. That's the main reason.
Oh, yeah.
Because the customer, the quota is the customer's always right. Trust me, the customer is
Well,
never
see,
right.
see, that's the thing about that customers always right thing. That's what really annoys me. It's like who came up with that
Some
fucking
asshole
garbage?
who thought they were right.
And then people like say you're gonna say, for example, like a drunk guy goes in the store and tries to return something that wasn't from that store, and obviously they don't have that product there,
Yeah.
and they're arguing with the fucking customer service representative, and then saying, "Oh, I bought this fucking thing here, blah blah blah."
Yeah,
This and
no,
that.
yeah, I got you.
And then they, oh, the customer's always right. You've never heard of that? You worked in customer service, blah blah blah. It's like the dumbest thing that they ever created. It's like it's even if I was a customer, I don't think I'm fucking right going in the store doing some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, like
It's like, what are you drunk? What are you high?
that's why that one person who fucked it up, probably a stalker mom, I'm pretty sure, who has to deal with her fucking kids all the time. Three
Oh, no
kids
doubt,
screaming
no doubt,
and all
yeah.
that shit, and then they're tired of everybody's shit. It's like I am always right,
Yeah.
whatever, because women's are always
You know,
right,
a
right?
funny story is when I remember back in the day when I was still working for, I want to say Securitas. I remember I was gonna meet up with Philippe one day, and this fucking girl, this lady, she fucking sent me a text message saying like I was her husband. And I was like, what the fuck? Who the hell is... And we went back and forth for the longest time. Like, lady, you have the wrong fucking number. I'm not this person. And then later on, I said, look at the damn number now. And apparently, the first three numbers were the same, and like it was a very similar number to
Yeah.
her husband. And she apologized, and like, you're a fucking bitch.
Wait, that's what you told her?
No, I wanted to, but she was going back and forth. Like, oh, where you? You're with your side girl, blah blah. I'm like, lady, I don't know you. Please stop texting me. It's like, you know me. Stop playing around. I'm like, you have the wrong number. Stop.
True, because I got in the same type of request like that too.
And I posted. I took a screenshot and I posted it on Facebook when I still had it. I should have saved it on this phone, but damn it.
That would have been funny
It's
as
a funny story, Like I would just post it like on our podcast, and this lady's so embarrassed. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were my husband because you have similar numbers. I'm like, bitch, you better look at the fucking number next time. Because obviously, if somebody's in your contacts, it says either husband or the name of your fucking husband,
True.
not a random number that you're texting. Either you were fucking drunk and didn't know what the fuck you were doing, or you're trying to fuck with people.
True.
It didn't seem like she was. Like, everything she was saying in that text message sounded very sincere. And I was like, lady, I'm not who you think I am, I don't know who you think I am, and the reason why she stopped texting me, and she realized it wasn't me. I was like, okay, what's your husband's name? She says it. I'm like, well, my name is Michael. And she was so fucking embarrassed. Like, oh, I apologize. Like, fuck you, lady. Fuck you very
I've
much.
gotten some texts like that. Like I've gotten, I don't.
Yeah, it's so awkward when you get something like, what do you do about that? Block the fucking numbers, like, number one thing you should do.
I sent messages to somebody I didn't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong, maybe back in my head I was kind of bored and wanted to maybe just go along with it. But at the same time, I was fucking busy. I was driving and text after text.
Yeah.
It wouldn't stop. I'm like, I was about to throw my fucking phone out the window because of that bullshit.
No, you know what I've done? I've texted people accidentally, and they're like, "Oh, this is not person."
And it's weird because they want to start a conversation.
Yeah, they
with
do.
you. It's
And
like, what the fuck? Who are you?
And I do it back, just for fun. And then I've gone to the point where I go, "Oh, apologize. I'll delete your number promptly." And the person texts back laughing out loud. I'm like, okay, well, I guess because I said I'll delete the number promptly.
Right.
And there's another one where someone texted me, I forgot what, and I sent back something stupid. And then they're like, what the fuck? And I send a picture of something, and then they're like, oh, and they
That's
started.
like the weirdest thing. That's kind of like walking up to a person and talking to them.
Exactly, that's what I did. And
Yeah.
I do it for the
But
reaction.
don't get me wrong. People do something similar to that online. You say if you're playing an RPG or something like that,
Yeah.
and you walk up to a person and you start texting on your fucking on your controller, or if you have a mic. Same thing, but when it comes to somebody accidentally texting you and wanting to talk to you, I've had plenty of those. It's like, listen, I don't want to fucking know you, so please stop.
I've gotten calls from Middle Easterns.
And plus, the thing is, when people use my phone, say if they have the recipient has my number, and they'll text and say, oh, is so and so still with you? I'm like, wasn't it told that this is not their fucking phone? Would you please fuck off?
Like,
Honestly, I want to get my number permanently blocked, but here's the thing. I don't know if it's true anymore, but before, if you have a block number, say if you called your cell phone provider and told them you want your number blocked for nobody
True.
to know what it is, from what I've heard, you can't call 911 on a blocked number.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently you can't do that, but I don't know about now. But that's how it was. That's why I told my aunt, because my aunt, she had that similar thing, like she wanted her number blocked. From she called her provider and they said okay. But then I told her one day, like, you have to unblock your number because you can't call 911.
True.
Yeah, because it makes sense because they want to know who's calling and make sure they could trace the phone call, say if it's emergency, and then they could get to your wherever you are.
That's true.
Because all phones have GPS. Even if your GPS is not on, they can still track you.
Yeah, I know.
So it doesn't matter.
You know what? I think we should probably end it here since it is getting long.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We kind of went off topic. We didn't really necessarily jump off topic. We kind of like intertwined all the topics we talked together.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going on we're at the 100. Oh, excuse me, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, that'd be stupid, right?
Yes, I guess we'll.
Actually, okay, one more thing. Eventually, we will do like a live version of this, so
True.
we could have like people commenting.
Because I know they both have it. Instagram and YouTube have it.
Yeah, they have that live thing. Yeah,
Which is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this would help a lot. But see, the thing is, you're not gonna see what we're doing. It's gonna be just audio.
True.
Or maybe we might put the we might put the 1080p webcam, maybe, but we haven't decided. But I guess that's it for now.
So I'm guessing at this point, probably every Wednesday, if I'm off, we can probably do it.
Yeah, we're gonna wing it for now. Like, but we'll start making a weekly thing again. Especially now that I'm gonna get unemployment, I'm just gonna have income coming in, and I'll be home most of the time, and not necessarily working yet, but yeah. So we have big things coming around. Like maybe I don't know. We were supposed to have like guests over in this this podcast. Actually, we're supposed to collaborate, but I guess everybody's busy.
Yeah, work.
So maybe we'll talk to I Am Comics. Maybe we could collaborate with them on their podcast, and go from there. Yeah, like maybe when they do their next podcast, we'll be their guest.
True.
Yeah.
So I guess this is the last bit of the segment of Lower Class Podcast.
Yeah, sorry, we kind of went in a heated debate here. But anyways, yeah, this is Ziggy.
This is Pony.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Be angry.
Thank you very much.